Do you know that the greatest enemies of Lord Vishnu were once his most devoted servants, Jay and Vijay? They were cursed and were given a difficult choice to choose between two curses. What was the choice? Why were they cursed? And was the curse actually a divine blessing? You will know it all. Just stay tuned. Today I'm going to narrate to you a fascinating story how Lord Vishnu's own gatekeepers were cursed to become his worst enemies, and why this curse was actually the greatest blessing in disguise. It's going to get really interesting, so keep watching. In the spiritual realm of Vaikuntha, the eternal abode of Lord Vishnu, there existed two gatekeepers named Jaya and Vijaya. These weren't ordinary guards. They were powerful divine beings entrusted with protecting the supreme deity's residence. Shockingly, these devoted servants of Vishnu would eventually become his most feared adversaries. How could this possibly happen? The story begins when four young sages known as the Kumaras, Sanaka, Sanandana, Sanatana, and Sanat Kumara, arrived at the gates of Vaikuntha. Despite their childlike appearance, these sages were among the most enlightened beings in the universe. They approached the magnificent gates, eager to have darshan of Lord Vishnu. But here's where everything changed. Jaya and Vijaya, seeing what appeared to be children approaching the sacred gates, refused them entry, speaking harshly and blocking their path. Unbelievably, these children were actually divine sages who had transcended all material existence. In their anger at being disrespected, the Kumaras uttered words that would forever alter the course of cosmic history. For your arrogance and ignorance of our divine nature, you shall fall from the spiritual realm and take birth in the material world. Imagine being cast out of paradise, from serving directly at God's doorstep to being banished to the world of suffering. This was the fate of Jaya and Vijaya. But wait, it's getting more shocking. When Lord Vishnu learned what happened, he appeared before them all. Rather than overturning the curse, which he certainly could have done, he explained something mysteriously profound. My dear Jaya and Vijaya, while this appears to be a punishment, it is actually part of my divine plan. The curse cannot be revoked, but I offer you a choice. Lord Vishnu continued, you may take 7 births as my devotees, or 3 births as my enemies. Either way, you will return to Vaikuntha afterward. Interestingly, Jaya and Vijaya chose the shorter path, 3 births as enemies of the Lord, and thus began one of the most extraordinary spiritual journeys ever recorded. In their first birth, they became Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha, terrifying demons who tormented the universe. In their second birth, they were born as Ravana and Kumbhakarna, the antagonists in the Ramayana, and in their third birth, they appeared as Shishupala and Dantavakra during the time of Lord Krishna. But here's the profound wisdom in this tale. In each incarnation, these former gatekeepers, now sworn enemies of Vishnu, received something that even the greatest devotees yearn for. They were personally slain by the Lord's own divine hands. When Vishnu incarnated as Narasimha, the half-man, half-lion avatar, he destroyed Hiranyakashipu. In his Varaha incarnation, which is the boar incarnation, the Lord killed Hiranyaksha. As Lord Rama, he vanquished Ravana and Kumbhakarna, and as Krishna, he eliminated Shishupala and Dantavakra. In each case, their deaths came directly from the Lord, granting them immediate liberation. This reveals a profound paradox within Vedic wisdom. Sometimes, what appears to be a curse is actually the greatest blessing. What seems like punishment can be divine grace in disguise. Why? Because these enemies received the Lord's complete attention. In the moment of death, their minds were fully absorbed in the divine form, achieving what many yogis spend lifetimes attempting to accomplish, complete union with God at the moment of death. As the Bhagavad Gita teaches, those who remember me at the time of death will come to me. For Jaya and Vijaya, their intense focus on the Lord, even as enemies, brought them back to his eternal abode. But wait, there's something even more fascinating about this story. The curse was not merely for the gatekeepers' benefit, it was for the entire universe. Through their roles as antagonists, they helped manifest the divine Lila of the Lord's incarnations, allowing countless beings to witness God's glory and experience his divine protection. Without Hiranyakashipu's tyranny, we would never have witnessed the miracle of Narasimha emerging from a pillar to protect Prahlada. Without Ravana's abduction of Sita, we wouldn't have experienced the perfect devotion of Hanuman or the triumph of Dharma in the Ramayana. Without Shishupala's hatred, we wouldn't have seen Krishna's divine patience and perfect timing. In the cosmic play, every role has purpose. Even the villains serve the divine plan. This doesn't mean we should aspire to be adversaries of God, but rather understand that the Lord's ways are mysterious and perfect. So what does this ancient wisdom teach us today? That sometimes our greatest challenges are disguised blessings. That divine grace works in ways we cannot comprehend. That even our apparent falls from grace can be part of a higher plan. And most importantly, that God's love extends to all, even those who appear to be against him. After completing their 3 births, Jaya and Vijaya returned to their original positions in Vaikuntha, their divine service restored, their cosmic role fulfilled. Before you go, I'd love to hear from you. If you had been in Jaya and Vijaya's position, would you have chosen 7 births as a devotee, or 3 as an enemy? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more ancient wisdom that transforms how we understand our modern lives. Do share the video, as the knowledge of Sanatan Dharma is important for everyone from children to elderly. Until next time, may your apparent curses reveal themselves as hidden blessings.